Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain about double fertilization in plant. As you can see, in this diagram, I already draw the structure of anther and filament. This is the stamen and this is the carpel or pistil. Okay, this is the male part and this is the female part, and these structures can be found inside flower. Okay, now what happened during double fertilization? So firstly, this pollen grain will land onto the stigma. Pollen grain land onto the stigma. Pollen grain di sini. Okay. And remember, inside one pollen grain, there's always one tube cell and one generative cell. So what will happen? The tube cell inside the pollen grain will produce the tube nucleus. So tube nucleus will grow like this. Mula-mula dia pendek, okay, and then it will elongate. This tube, pollen tube, will elongate down the style, okay, elongate down the style towards the embryo sac. Okay, tengok di sini ya. Tube nucleus will position itself. Tube cell will position itself at the tip of the pollen tube, while di belakangnya di sini menyusul generative cell. Seperti yang Madam pernah bagi tahu kamu dalam Google Meet sebelum ini, imagine the tube nucleus ini seperti driver, while the generative cell is the passenger. Okay, so tube cell function dia ialah produce the pollen tube. Okay, so I continue. This pollen tube will elongate down the style and go to the embryo sac via the micropyle. Okay, tengok sampai di sini. Okay, it will elongate down. Macam tu. So, tube nucleus tadi akan berada di sini dan generative cell di belakang dia tu, okay, dalam sebelum sampai ke micropyle, before the generative cell reach the micropyle, the generative cell will divide by mitosis. Okay, it will divide by mitosis and produce two sperms. Ini dipanggil sebagai sperm. So remember, sperm ini sebenarnya asalnya daripada generative cell, but they divide by mitosis, produce 2 sperms. Okay, now back to the pollen tube. Now this pollen tube will penetrate the embryo sac. It will penetrate the embryo sac. So apabila sampai di bahagian sini, tugas tube cell ini sudah selesai. So what happened to the tube cell? It will degenerate. So dia akan degenerate. Okay, something like this. It will degenerate macam ni. And what will happen here? These 2 sperm will be discharged into the embryo sac. The first sperm will fertilize with the egg. Here, the first sperm will fertilize the egg. So first sperm will fuse with the egg to produce zygote, which is diploid. Okay, and then the next sperm will enter the embryo sac and then fuse with the 2 polar nuclei. Now this is the 2 polar nuclei. It will fuse with the second sperm. So second sperm will fertilize the 2 polar nuclei to produce triploid endosperm. Okay, kamu tengok di sini ya. This is why the fertilization in plant called as double fertilization, because it involve double fertilization. The fertilization, because the fertilization occur twice. First, sperm dengan egg, and then second, sperm dengan 2 polar nuclei. Alright. So, madam, harap kamu boleh faham konsep itu di sinilah. Sangat senang untuk ingat. Alright, that's all.